So this is our first interview that we're doing as the CPA. And so I have my buddy Kristen here from Michigan and Trumbull Pizza. We both have the coolest backgrounds. Bobcat. Yeah, right. We can't use the dining room, but here's what it looks like if you were here. So
yeah, exactly.
So we are back to carry out and like outdoor dining as long as it fits 10 different restrictions and 3 different modes.
Yes.
So tell me, what are you guys doing at Michigan and Trumbull right now? Like, what's available?
So we are doing curbside pickup and we are doing delivery. We're partnering with Bento Box, and really you can just order directly from our website. There's 2 sort of buttons there for you to choose from. One is curbside and delivery from us personally, and then one is from DoorDash. And then we're doing beer and wine to go right now too.
Oh, nice. I think what some people don't understand is they're like, okay, well, why are you doing in-house delivery? Why not just do DoorDash and Grubhub? Yeah. And it's like, DoorDash is great. I mean, it has its followers and stuff, and it gets us a lot of traffic and clicks, but they also charge us for that. And I don't think people get that.
No, I know we decided this second time around, we were not in a position financially to continue giving like 30%. So we were looking for solutions for us to do in-house delivery to kind of help with that. We also want to keep as much staff on as possible. And if you have that 30% going to those third-party deliveries, it's really tough, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everybody knows that if you want to make a ton of money, you should really get in the restaurant business. So our margins are just great. Yeah.
I'm balling.
I mean, what people don't know is we're both independently extremely wealthy. So
yeah.
So yeah, I we do in-house delivery ourselves too. And I love it because it keeps people busy. I think our guests love it because it's like from our kitchen to this person directly to you, as opposed to from our kitchen, sits on the table waiting for a dasher to show up. Then they show up, then they get confused. They talk to somebody on the phone. Then it finally gets to you an hour later. You know what I mean? So it gives us control.
I think, there are so many moving parts when it comes with third-party delivery, and we were having a lot of difficulty, and I'm sure you experienced this too, is that a driver will show up right away when and you're like, hey, it's going to be another 10 to 15 minutes, and then they leave and they assign another driver, and then that next driver comes, whenever, and like you said, the food's just kind of sitting there waiting for the next available driver. It's kind of a headache. So when it's with us, it's directly from us to you. It's fresher, it's hotter, it's faster, and it doesn't cut into our bottom line as much as the other options.
Yes. I mean, I think that's really the big thing that everybody should know is if somebody's doing in-house delivery and you have that option, go to that in-house delivery. It goes directly to the staff and to the business, which is massively huge.
Yep.
I love following you guys on Instagram. A few days ago, you guys did the before and after of the pizza.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks so good. What if you were to suggest one major thing that you think everybody should be trying from your place that's kind of like your signature item, what would you suggest?
Ooh, it's so, if you would have asked me 2 years ago, I would have said the Packard pepperoni, but I feel like everyone is doing the pepperoni with jalapeno hot honey pizza right now. Sure. So I think that our specialty pizza that we're doing for this month is delicious. It's a Cajun style pizza with a Cajun style crust, green pepper, bourbon glazed onions, andouille sausage, and tomato crema. And 25% of the sales of that item will go to the Pope Francis Center. So we have a little portion of our menu called the Good Corner, and it has a specialty drink and a specialty pizza where proceeds go for a month to a particular organization. And that pizza is called the Holy Trinity, and it's delicious, but it also goes to a good cause. So I would recommend that.
Yeah, what I love about your pizza is it is very approachable for both sides. So
Mhm.
if you're just a pepperoni and cheese lover,
Yeah.
great. We got killer cheese, we got killer pepperoni.
Mhm.
But like if you're looking for something that's a little more nuanced, a
Yeah.
little more like out there, I
Yeah.
love the fact that you guys do those things, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, there's definitely some wacky items, but then you can build your own, and we do have more traditional items as well. Yeah.
That's amazing. And
Yeah.
it's also amazing that during all of this, you're able to still continue with that program because
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have given up on the charitable parts, not given up, I shouldn't say
Yeah.
that, paused on it,
Yeah.
because right now survival is kind of, you know, a lot of our biggest goals. So that's super cool that you guys like stayed committed to that. That's really badass.
Yeah, thanks. I think you know, like our initial thought when all this happened was like, okay, how do we keep our business afloat? What changes do we need to make in order to make that happen? And then when everything happened with George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter movement, it really became important to us. Okay, what's our next pivot? Like, how do we make this more than just a restaurant? How do we recognize and give back to our community? How do we be better allies to people of color? You know what I mean? So that was really important for not only us as a business, but for me personally to have like a higher purpose, as cheesy as that sounds. Because it wasn't just enough to have everything be transactional and here's your pizza and here's your money. I just needed to feel like in some way I was contributing.
Sure.
And so I don't know, we're committed to doing it and we'll continue to be committed to doing it. So even if it's probably not always in our best interest, but I guess that's not really the point.
If we were doing things in our best interest, we probably wouldn't have gotten into restaurants.
100%.
I
100%.
like up like from Sunday's announcement to like honestly probably last night I got like no sleep. You should have seen me yesterday. I was like a rage monster.
I
I
don't know
thought
how you do it.
I thought somebody was gonna throw like a Snickers at me and be like, "Chill out, diva." You know what I mean? Because I was all over.
I
So
always think when they show like the president on day one of office versus like the day of their fourth year and how
yeah,
like the rapid aging that takes place, I'm like, that's me. I am
yeah,
gray, I am overweight, I am wrinkled.
I am right there with you. I am right there with you. Um, awesome. I love that. Yeah, you know, when everything blew up with the Black Lives Matter, I think our neighborhood as Corktown has always been, I mean, anybody who's been to the Corktown Business Association or has been in our businesses in Corktown know that like Black lives didn't just matter like some places because it was a great marketing tool for us to increase business, but it actually is built in our culture in Corktown, and it's
Yeah,
pivotal. I mean,
yeah,
our board is diverse. Our businesses are diverse. Our customer base is diverse. So it was really important that as businesses we came out and said something because it was so important because it's how we create our business. These are people who come through our doors every day and support us. So it's
right.
so important that we return that favor and support them
Yeah,
during this like really pivotal thing. I
yeah.
will tell you, I did like snicker to myself a little bit because I saw like literally everybody like all of a sudden be like Black Lives Matter. And I'm like thinking in my head, like, is this like new for you? Like, you know, like
Yeah,
it was so silly to me because it was like,
yeah,
okay, well, it didn't matter prior, but now it's a good thing to say. Like, I think
right.
I appreciate your support, but like put action to it. And I appreciate you guys always putting action to your words.
Yeah, I think there was a certain level of anxiousness. Like I felt compelled to say something, but then you're always, you know, any of my mentors that I've had in small business are always like, be very, you don't want to lose a customer because of something that you said. But
Yeah,
then as soon as it was such a relief to put it out there and say like, here, this is what we think personally, and this is the mantra that our business has as well. And if you don't want to be our customer as a result, like, you know, that's cool.
right.
You know, and the
Yeah,
support that we got from the other businesses in Corktown, like that community kind of felt like it felt more safe, you know what I mean, as a business owner,
for sure.
like I don't know.
It is it kind of goes against what us restaurant business owners are about, which is taking people in and making sure that they're fed and taken care of and all that stuff. So when we make any statements left, right, in between or anything, it is nerve-wracking because you never, at Bobcat, obviously I'm gay. I mean, everybody can hear it. But and if you met me, I talk with my hands a lot. But it was important that we find a line. I think it's important to find a line where even people who you don't agree with still feel safe coming in because then they know better. It's not so scary. All of a sudden I see, I can only speak from my experience, but all of a sudden I see, kids growing up now and gay is okay and more acceptable, where I grew up, it was not okay and not acceptable. And it was kind of like those things that we don't talk about. And so, it helps as people start to have meaningful connections that are like, oh, you know what? I know the owner of Bobcat Bunnies. He's gay. It's cool. It's not a big deal. You take away that fear, and then all of a sudden people can start relating better.
Right. Yeah. You're not. Yeah. My very first job was at Pronto in Royal Oak when I was 16. And I was introduced to so many gay people that were upstanding members of society and in functional relationships. And then I would go to high school and it was such an antiquated view. And I'd be like, you guys got this all wrong. These people I work with are wonderful, amazing people, just like us. You know what I mean? Why is this? So I'm very thankful always for that experience.
For sure.
I can't imagine what it was like. That was the 90s even too. So, yeah.
It's great. I personally, I'm so vocal about this, but it's great being in Corktown. Corktown is just an awesome, melting pot of views and feelings. I have never felt so accepted, as a person and as a business owner and really felt strong about being who I am than when we opened the restaurant in Corktown. I mean, I can't sing enough praises about how lucky we are to be in such a great neighborhood.
Yeah, Corktown is the best town. That's the best deal.
Yes. All right. So let's send people home. How can they get in touch with you? What are your hours? What's going on?
I feel like we covered a lot today.
Yeah.
So we are open Wednesday through Saturday, 11:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Again, you can order online for curbside pickup or delivery. You can also order over the phone if that's your preference. And then on Sundays, we're open from 3 to 9. And it's full menu, and you can do beer and wine to go as well.
Awesome. Social media. Michigan and Trumbull on Facebook and Instagram. Yep. Friends, if you're hungry, don't go to their social media. You'll just literally want to eat it all. You'll be like, I'll take one of those. I'll take one of those, all of that stuff. I mean,
I try. I get in really close.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. So, well, thanks for chatting. And friends, follow us on the Corktown Business Association, Instagram and Facebook. We're going to focus more on all of our local businesses and stuff like that. I got some exciting interviews coming up. Obviously, we're hitting a home run with our very first one, but we're excited to see everybody, and keep following us, keep sharing, and keep stopping in our independent stores because we need you now more than ever. Thanks, guys.
Bye.